proceedings for the second session.
May I request the panelists to take the chair, please, especially the chairperson. A brief announcement for all the all the panelists who are present here. We have a working lunch catered for everyone present here with effect from 1300 hours. Owing to the paucity of time, you're requested to have lunch so that we start our session 3 on time at 14:10. Ladies and gentlemen, we now commence the session 2. The theme of the session is enhancing jointness in multi-domain operations. The session will examine the concepts of jointness and measures which need to be taken in achieving cohesion as a joint force. The integration of air, space, and maritime domains will be deliberated upon. I will now introduce the esteemed panel. The session is chaired by Lieutenant General A.K. Singh, PVSM, AVSM, SM, VSM, retired. Lieutenant General A.K. Singh superannuated as the Army Commander, Southern Command. He has the singular honor of being the Lieutenant Governor of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Puducherry. He is Distinguished Fellow Clause. Some of his recent co-edited publications include Military Strategy for India in the 21st Century, and his upcoming co-edited book is titled Battle Ready for the 21st Century. The first speaker in the panel is Dr. Jeffrey M. Relly. He joins us from the United States of America. He superannuated from the US Army after 26 years of active duty service. He has served as a member of the Chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff's Military Education Coordination Council Working Group. Presently, he is the Director of Joint Education and Joint All-Domain Strategist Concentration Department at the Air Command Staff College, USA. He has authored a book, Operational Design, Distilling Clarity from Complexity for Decisive Action, and is the co-founder of the Over the Horizon Digital Journal. Dr. Relly will be speaking on achieving jointness in MDO. Our sincere appreciation to Dr. Relly for joining us at an odd hour. Our second speaker in the panel is Air Marshal Anil Chopra, PVSM, AVSM, VM, VSM, retired. Air Marshal Chopra is a fighter and a test pilot. He has commanded a Mirage 2000 Squadron and an Indian Air Force Flight Test Center. He superannuated as Chief of HR of Air Force. He has been a member of Tribunal Lucknow Bench and a member of Executive Council of Jawaharlal Nehru University. He would be sharing his views on leveraging air power and space domain in multi-domain operations. The third speaker on the panel, who's present here with us, is Vice Admiral Anil Chopra, PVSM, AVSM, retired. Vice Admiral Anil Chopra has the unique distinction of being the only admiral in the Indian Navy's history to have been the Commander-in-Chief of both the Navy's combatant commands, as well as the Director General of Indian Coast Guard. In 2017, he was appointed as a member of the National Security Advisor Board. He is a strategic commentator on maritime matters and a distinguished fellow at CLAWS. He would be speaking on Indian Ocean battle space of future. I now hand you over to the chair for commencing the proceedings. General A.K. Singh, please.
Well, good afternoon, gentlemen, and to Dr. Relly, a good evening. After a very invigorating opening session, let me, as the chair, welcome you all to session 2. enhancing jointness in multi-domain operations. There are two key words that caught my imagination as I was planning to put down my thoughts: jointness versus integration. So let me start by elaborating or simplifying these two. Jointness is the ability stroke philosophy to work together whilst retaining your identity in separate silos. That's what the Indian Armed Forces have been trying to achieve for decades, and may I say with questionable results. Whilst it was possible to follow this model in the 20th century, the challenges of the 21st century multi-domain battle space calls for greater integration rather than jointness. Integration, on the other hand, refers to the formal combining of constituent elements into a single structure. And that's what the Indian Armed Forces are hoping to achieve over the next few years through the integrated theaters and fully integrated functional commands. Individual expertise, aspirations, and turfs still play an important role, and therefore, for the foreseeable future, you would find a crisscrossing of both integration and jointness. And I do hope that this seminar would help us determine partly what our focus should be. Recent military history is replete with examples of joint operational success. No single domain battle has achieved military strategic aims, even though it may have paved the way for follow-up victories. Though successful, Operation Allied Force, the NATO air operation in Kosovo from March to June 1999, was found wanting by a RAND Corporation study in 2002, which concluded that joint operations would have perhaps yielded better and quicker results. Cross-domain synergy has thus become a sine qua non for a field force commander to achieve operational aims and objectives. So what are the fundamentals of domains and cross-domain synergy? Domains are those areas that are exclusively controlled by a single organizational entity. In military terms, multi-domains would include the traditional domains of land, sea, air, space, electromagnetic spectrum, and the cyber domains, to which one could add one could include informational and cognitive domains. Simply speaking, cross-domain implies that a force should be capable of operating effectively in any domain, and in doing so, it should enhance the operational effectiveness of the other domain. That, in my opinion, would be the true hallmark of jointness in multi-domain operations. The United States Department of Defense Joint Operational Access Concept, JOAC, elaborates that cross-domain synergy creates and exploits asymmetrical advantages inherent in a joint force, that is, air power to defeat naval assets, naval power to neutralize air defenses, ground force to neutralize land threats to both the air and the navy, cyber operations to defeat aerospace systems, and so on. A joint force certainly facilitates cross-domain synergy, but equally, when required, a single service should also have cross-domain capabilities to some extent. Future wars would essentially be fought in the multi-domains, possibly by a joint force. The multi-domain battle concept is not just about better integration of the operations of various services. MDO also requires each individual service to expand its areas of responsibility, which were traditionally the sole domain of another service. This is the fundamental concept of MDO. But to reiterate what Air Marshal Stuart Evans said, there is still a lot of ambiguity and as yet no definition or no definitive agreed view of MDO. The USA, Russia, Israel, and China, to name a few, already have in place joint integrated structures that facilitate cross-domain synergy on a multi-domain battle space. We in India have embarked on this challenging route only recently, and much work remains to be done. But let me add a caveat. The armed forces need to focus on their own core expertise, including in the new military domains, rather than becoming muddled with domains that lie under the different departments of government. So I would say coordination, yes, expertise, no. To understand the challenges and nuances of jointness in multi-domain operations, we have three outstanding speakers. First to take the stage would be Dr. Jeffrey M. Reilly from the United States Air Command and Staff College. We also look forward to hear his views on how the United States Armed Forces have coped with